everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Review Show. I'm your host, Chris. Joining me today is my co-host, Kelsey. And
Hello.
Today is a special fucking episode because we got the fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer part 2 that we got. Thank you, Nomura. Thank you, sir. You are a god amongst men. He said, you know what? The Tokyo Game Show, it's going to be great. We're going to have, they literally have a full stage for Square Enix. Full stage. And then they have a separate stage for just Final Fantasy VII. It's let's go, dude. Anyways, he's like, you know what? Tokyo Game Show, we're going to show you a lot of shit. But a lot of you can't show up to Tokyo Game Show. And that sucks. So we're going to drop this trailer literally the day before Tokyo Game Show. Have fun. Like, yes. Yes. I was getting made fun of so bad at work because I literally, once again, it's one of the channels I was watching. They were doing the cover story on one of the tweets that Nomura had posted, and I had gotten the notification. I just hadn't read it yet because I was waiting to get to work. It was a live countdown to the trailer. So it took you to the Square Enix page. So I literally had my phone on the live countdown, and it ended at 9 a.m. So I literally took my break exactly at 9 a.m. to go outside and watch the Final Fantasy VII trailer, and then go back to work. I watched it like 5 times. I went back to work. It was great.
Oh, God. You nerd and you fanboy so hard. Like, you just dive in. Oh, my God. 9 a.m. is real damn early for a break, my friend.
Especially when my workday starts at 8. Technically, my workday starts at 7:30, but I can't clock in until 8. So. Yeah, it was good stuff. It's good stuff. I was so happy.
Are your coworkers aware of how into this you are?
Oh, 100%. 100%. We were talking about legally changing names, and I was like, Cloud. And I just turned around and I looked at my name tag just saying Chris on my fucking cubicle, and I was like, if that said Cloud, that would be so fucking badass.
No, it wouldn't. Girls on first dates with you would just be like, so are you like a hippie child? Is that what's going on here?
I don't know if that would happen.
And then you'd start by explaining Final Fantasy VII, and you'd look up at some point and realize they weren't there anymore.
All I would do is they'd be like, how'd you get your name? I'd be like, have you met our Lord and Savior?
Oh, for luck.
Genova.
No.
Really nice.
Oh, good Lord, no.
Really nice woman. She doesn't have a head anymore, but really nice woman.
No, I don't think she is.
It's one of our deities.
Southern charm only goes so far.
It's one of our deities. We also have Shiva and Ifrit and all the other summons.
Oh, God.
Damn, dude. I should make like a Final Fantasy fan fiction, like an Old Tale of the Gods, where it's like all about the summons. I could do that. That'd be dope. That'd be so good.
I guarantee you, like, Rule 34, it's already there.
I don't think you know what Rule 34 is.
I guess that's true. I don't know. My friends write. I have friends that write fan fiction, and their fan fiction is porn. Like,
okay, so you do know what Rule 34 is.
Yes, I know what Rule 34 is.
Well, you said if it's already there. That's just the law of the internet. Rule 34 is if it exists, there's porn of it somewhere.
Porn of it.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Then we're on the same page. Okay.
Yes.
Probably. They're probably your summons butt fucking each other. Who knows? Like, they're probably out there. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, pretty much guaranteed.
Like, the Knights of the Round, all 12 of them, just fucking going at it. Probably
That's... Now we're getting a bit graphic. Just a touch.
Yes.
No.
Anyways, so, back to what we were supposed to be talking about here. So with this, what we're going to do here is that there's plenty of different trailer analysis and trailer breakdowns out there, but I wouldn't be a true Final Fantasy fan if I didn't do one, and I did one for the first one. I'm going to do one for the second one, but as you can see, Kelsey's here, so we're going to have kind of a different setup. So first things first, we're going to watch the trailer with you, but I have seen it, and Kelsey has seen it. This is in no way, shape, or form a reaction. We are not a reaction channel. Hashtag Darkstar in the Dead Funny BFFs. That's where you can go for that. This is not a reaction. We're going to watch it once. We will probably have commentary during the first time watching it. We might not. Who fucking knows? We'll just go with the flow. Afterwards, we're going to break it down, but we're going to do something cool about it. Kelsey is going to talk about some stuff first to show her DFU knowledge off and see how good she gets, how much she passes.
Guys, if I fuck anything up, he will never forgive me. I may never be on the channel again, actually, depending on how bad I fuck up.
And then we'll kind of go in there, correct anything she got wrong, talk about stuff she might have missed, And then on top of that, I will point out the stuff that is actually new. Because yes, in case you're wondering, I know you've been around for the DFU for Final Fantasy VII, but we have not touched Crisis Core or Before Crisis, or Advent Children, or even Dirge. So there is some stuff that might be in there that's from the other games that maybe you're thinking maybe that's where they're from. And some of it's not. So there is some stuff that is 100% brand fucking new. I have not even seen before. But I have a very good theory on why it's there. So we will dive into that and talk into that. But at first, we're going to go ahead and knock out the trailer.
Cloud! Quickly! Barret!
Give me a break!
Jesse! Barret!
Where you been?
Tifa! Let's lay down some rubber!
Crank that throttle!
Okay, you got it!
Who's that?
A soldier.
Can't say this is quite what I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
Feels like we're flying high these days.
Sephiroth looks so
now,
good.
more than ever.
Right?
He's
he
a
does.
keeper, all right.
Yeah.
I'll see myself in. Thanks.
Reno!
And
Yeah!
now it's my turn.
They made the Turks look really cool.
Fuck yeah.
Hello, Aerith.
Rude.
What do you want?
And all really distinct.
Yep.
Those eyes.
And you hear that he called her Aerith, right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like that's her actual name.
She looks so fucking good in
Corneo's
that
got
dress.
certain
Like,
tastes.
goddamn, she
Don't
looks
be
so
shy,
beautiful.
little kitten.
Look, it's Kelsey's favorite character.
Daddy some sugar.
Yeah, the Don.
Fine, right?
Ugh.
After you.
They are playing hard on the fucking love triangle. I'm so glad to see that back. Yes.
You led us on a merry chase, Aerith.
Some.
Attention, Avalanche! Resist and we will use lethal force!
Got your lethal force right here.
I thought that would be your favorite part easily. Barret,
God,
I got your
Barret's
lethal
so
force
cool.
right here.
I don't know what the training montage is.
Right? I'll get to it.
President Shinra.
That's fucking awesome.
I thought he was going to be much younger.
The hell we are. You still don't understand your ruins.
There's a summon. Ifrit.
Ah, that's what that is.
Yep. And here's another summon. Shiva.
I was truly worried that they had, like, Aerith turning into that for a minute, and I was like, what the hell?
So this is the main thing I want your opinion on. What is this end scene right here? What are they looking at?
I've seen this. That is the plate drop. That is after the plate dropped.
There are so many analysis trailers that literally are like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at.
It took me a second because I was like, when does the destruction? And then I saw the plates on the other side. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's when they dropped the plate of Midgard. I
Yep.
totally know what that is.
Yep.
Guys, I passed my first test.
You did. So, but you did forget about one. So the training montage,
Yeah.
that was whenever they did the training to get the wig so Cloud could wear it. Remember? He had to go to the gym to get the wig. And he had to do the squat competition.
That's right. But I didn't, like, they were doing pull-ups and stuff like that. Oh,
So
I forgot.
that I'm glad we're actually jumping into this one first because this is my biggest issue. So we have heard that the cross-dressing scene is going to stay. But we haven't gotten confirmed. Like, yes, it is still in there. This is where I'm worried. They did the wig, or they got the dress for Cloud so he can break in to Dawn's place dressed as a girl, right?
Uh-huh.
Why did he want to break in there?
If, like, Tifa and Aerith are alongside him, because they showed them in that.
Well, Aerith was with him. Why did
Yeah,
he want to break
well-
into Dawn's place?
Because Dawn chose Tifa, and he had to go in there and save her.
Now, why was she part of the training montage? Because she wasn't
Yeah.
there in the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes me really worried. Maybe there's a different reason they get into Dawn's place because Tifa just so happens to be with him. Versus Cloud actually getting the fucking dress and going in. And us only seeing Aerith in her dress. It makes sense when it was just her and Cloud. But now we see Tifa part of the training montage as well. quiet fishy. Now, we could possibly just might go back there. Because you do come back to the wall market to climb all the way up to the top to get, back up to Shinra after you drop down and fight Apps, which is Don's little pet that we killed down in the sewers. So we could end up going back there and there'd be more mini games. But yeah, I just thought it was really weird that they showed Tifa in there doing the pull-ups because like Tifa was not part of that. So really worried about that scene now because I was really looking forward to the whole cross-dressing scene still being in there because, I've talked about it multiple times, but I really think that's a interesting way to take a main hero who's supposed to be this big badass that carries this gigantic sword that could just plow through anything to have to think outside the box and do something completely out of his comfort zone in order to get in and save somebody that means a lot to him. So.
Yeah, and it's that shows greater heroic sacrifice than a lot of the very masculine heroic things that we see.
I agree.
So I'm with you. I hope they keep it in. I just hope they keep it in. I'll leave it there.
There we go. Fair enough. So, anything else that just grabbed your attention there?
What the fuck was Cloud doing as a frog?
There we go. That's a good one. So, I'm actually upset. There's a couple channels that I watched, and I'm actually upset that they didn't. Only one of them called it out. There was one of them that was like, I don't understand what this is, and another one that literally said, why is Cloud a frog? So in most games when you go to play, and this is really bad on them. So it's either one, they've never played Final Fantasy before, which I don't believe that because they've actually talked about some really fucking crazy and deep shit. Or two, they just haven't played Final Fantasy VII in such a long time they forgot about this. So in the game, there's status effects like dizziness, confusion, sleep, silence. Yeah. There are these little frog creatures that you run into in the forest, and they're fucking annoying. When they hit you, it turns your character into a frog. When your character is turned into a frog, they cannot cast any spells, and they can only do 1 damage per hit.
Oh God, no!
So it's kind of like the frog's kiss almost. So whenever you get told you kiss frog, turn into a frog, whatever. Yeah, that's what that is. Mm-hmm. So they hit you, turn into a frog. Now if they hit you again, it turns you back into a regular person. But it skips your turn, so you have to hope that you get a turn again before they get to attack again, because they hit you again, they're going to turn you back to a frog. They're very annoying. They also have the frog song, where they sing, and it turns you into a frog and puts you to sleep. So 2 status effects. This, people who have watched the DFU, and have heard me say this multiple times, is why you want ribbon. So you don't turn into a frog. And you don't go to sleep. Right. Ribbon saves you from all status effects. All of them. Now, the cool part is it just turned you into like a little green toad. To actually not only turn you into a green toad and show you hop like that, because the frogs definitely stand on 2 legs and they have their hands up like they're in fighting mode. So that's what you look like as well. To not only you be on all 4s and hopping around, but it also had the small little buster blade on his back too, is so great. Because that wasn't like that in the first one. So that is so great. You just see a little fucking buster blade on his frog. It's so great. I love it. That's perfect.
Now, seeing that, I gotta ask, do you want a little chibi character of a little frog with a little buster blade?
Oh, if they made like a stuffed animal for sale, I would totally buy that. Put it right on my fucking desk. Little frog cloud? Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
That's gonna be really fun because people are gonna go as like Frog Cloud to like Comic-Cons and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. People will definitely do that. Absolutely. 100%.
And make their like little babies Frog Cloud. That sounds so cute. Oh my God. Sorry guys, I jumped into the future a bit. I need to come back. Give me a second.
Yeah, we need to get the game first, Kelsey.
I know, but
March
start your costuming so now, away. People.
March 3rd is so far away. Oh, man. So, let's see. Anything else jump out at you?
So, we saw Yuffie in this trailer.
Nope.
Then who was that? Was that Tifa?
What chick?
The girl with the...
No, that's Jessie. Yep.
Who we have not spent anywhere near enough time with for me to know.
Do you see how much time you're spending with her now? And how much they're expanding? Yes. That was Jessie. Yep. Jessie, Biggs, and Wedge. You didn't see too much of Wedge in this, but you did see a little bit more Biggs. Biggs was the one that was parachute, like connected with parachute, was like flying higher now, aren't we? That was Biggs. Yes. It's actually funny because whenever he goes, he's a keeper, isn't he? And she's like, yeah. And it closes in on Cloud. It's like, who's he zipped to? He's definitely zipped to Wedge. Like, you can see the back of Wedge's bandana. So you got like fucking, I mean, Wedge is a big boy. He's probably like 300 pounds. He got big ass Wedge and fucking Cloud just zipped to the back of him on the same parachute together. I'm sure Cloud's just fucking thrilled about that.
Cloud probably, God, he probably looks like a string bean, like a teenager strapped to him. Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Yeah, so that was Jesse.
Okay.
Anything else on top of your head?
Love Tifa's voice actress.
Yes! 100%. So I said in the first fucking trailer, whenever she does the whole "got you now" and she's going into her fucking limit breaker, I was like, I love it first sight. I love it first here. Whatever. It was great. I was like, I mean, she just fits Tifa so fucking well. And so in love with her voice actress. I don't even know who it is. I actually know who Aerith's voice actress is. That was the chick I was telling you about. That's like a hardcore into the gaming community and shit. I don't even know who Tifa's voice actress is. I'll have to look that up at some point. But
which, unpopular opinion, let me get all the way through it before you rip my head off. Mm-hmm. When I saw the I'm the voice of Aerith video before I saw, like, I heard Aerith's voice, like, with Aerith's character, and I was like, I'm worried because I don't like your voice right now. Yep. It doesn't hit me well. Your voice does not hit me well. I don't like it. But hearing her voice with Aerith's character, fine. It's fine. It fits. It works, and it's good. She's fine. I was just very worried the first time I heard it. I was like, how am I going to make it through a whole game? Because there are some people, you know, whose voices are just like, they hit you the wrong way and you're like, and we will never be friends.
Yep, and we're done. Yep. I'll say Barrett's voice actor. Really like him. Mm-hmm. I think he does a great job. It makes him sound a lot like the Barrett from the movie, which is also the Barrett and anything else Barrett's been in besides the game, because they didn't have voice actors since they've replaced all of them. Like I said, the only voice actor that's still taking me a little to get used to. Cloud still somewhat, not too much. I did get really used to the guy that played Cloud, and I liked him a lot. But Sephiroth is the main one that's throwing me off. And that's because they sound completely different. I'll actually have to show that to you after we get through with this recording. Just do like a thing of Sephiroth and that thing. Because like Sephiroth in the movie, I'm not going to say it because it's easily one of the best lines. I mean, and I understand a lot of this sounds biased coming from me. But I kid you not when I say this is probably the best line I've ever heard from a villain in my entire gaming life is in this movie. And like just his voice and the way it carries it is fucking perfect. So this guy sounds definitely different. Definitely. It's not even close. Technically, you've already heard Sephiroth speak back whenever I showed you the fucking him, Genesis, and Angeal fighting.
But, yes, that's right.
And he sounds completely different than Sephiroth does in this first trailer versus he did talk in the second one. But where he's talking to Cloud, he's like, you have to run. You have to live. The other one's like, I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it. I'll just have to show it to you when we get done. But yeah, it's completely different. Completely different. And it's like, that one's going to take me some getting used to, for sure.
Who was the soldier that showed up?
There we go. So, now we're going to kind of get on some new shit. So, for those of you who are wondering, this guy literally has never existed before this point. Never existed.
Okay, good. So, I didn't miss us randomly introducing a soldier.
Nope.
Okay.
So, this is where my thought process is. After Sephiroth died, it was never confirmed and never talked about, but it just seemed like Shinra just killed the Soldier Project. Now, me saying that, does that sound like something Shinra would do?
No.
Exactly. This is my theory. I think we are going to see multiple soldiers, and they're all going to be second-class soldiers who now are trying to climb to that first-class spot now that the big dog Sephiroth is supposedly KIA. And it would give us a chance to have some mini bosses that are actually on Cloud's level.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen. Because he for sure was Soldier.
They also may be people that Cloud knows.
Well, you got to remember, Cloud never made it into Soldier.
He never made it into Soldier, but... So I guess, talk to me about the difference between Soldier First Class, Soldier Second Class, as you just described. And then he was in the program, and he had done everything he needed.
He was not in the program.
Except...
He was in the infantry. The only part that he got into the program was a little bit in Crisis Core later on down the road. Zack goes to give a speech to the next generation that wants to get into Soldier. So he was recommended for the program. But I guarantee you, it's not like he was buddies with any of those people. They were all just military. They looked like normal Shinra soldiers, just all standing in line. The only reason why you knew one of them was Cloud was because Zack and Cloud are friends. And Zack looked at me and he's all like, "So you want to be in Soldier, huh?" And then he starts walking and does his whole little speech, which we won't go into until obviously we get there. So that's my guess. I really think that's probably going to be a really good way to do it, is to be like, hey, Sephiroth's out. Shinra's still running a Soldier program. All these second class guys are going to be cocky, wanting to get in that first class as soon as possible. And what better way for Shinra to exploit that than to be like, hey, we need you to exterminate Avalanche.
Yeah.
And let them loose on the city. That's my prediction on that one. And the reason why Cloud would notice him is because he was wearing a traditional soldier outfit. Well, not 100% traditional. It had a little bit of a different vibe to it. I'll even see if I can't. So you guys are going to see a little bit of the behind the scenes here. But yes, we use Watch Together. Dun, dun, dun. Anyways.
Oh, no, they'll learn all of our secrets.
Oh, God. Anyways, so let's see if we can't go back to where he showed up. Because I know it was when they were on the road. Let's see. I want to try to get that picture where he's just got like the sword behind him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it directly on it. Let's see here. Oh, well, I didn't do that.
A soldier.
There we go. So are you looking at him? Because I know I am on my screen. Okay. So that sword is the traditional like soldier second class moving in the first class sword. And Jill has had that sword and Zack has had that sword. That's just the shape of it. So that's how, like, whenever I first saw him, before Cloud even said he's Soldier, I was like, oh, this motherfucker is like brand new Soldier. Like, this is some new shit right here. Yeah. He is not in Crisis Core. He is not in Before Crisis. He's definitely not in anything afterwards, obviously. So yeah, this guy is brand fucking new.
Okay.
Yep.
So I didn't miss him. Good.
No.
That makes me feel better. I was very confused.
No, you didn't. Nope. So let's see. Other than that, I don't really have too much more on him. Like I said, that's just my big opinion. I think that would be a great way to do that because, I mean, Cloud's gonna fucking shred through these fucking Shinra infantry guys. It's just, I mean, he did it in the game too. Like, yeah, they made him a little bit harder as you go on, but Cloud's on a different fucking level. So to give us someone who's technically on Cloud's level, because at this point he's went through everything in Soldier, he doesn't know that. But he thinks he's in Soldier because of the whole Zack shit, thinking he's Zack, but he actually technically went through everything Soldier did. The whole Mako tank and everything else, he went through all that shit. Which is why when Rude saw him, he's like, "Do I know you?" And then he's like, "Wait, those eyes." Because Rude's part of the Turks, he knows the Soldier program, but yet he didn't recognize Cloud. But he saw the eyes, and he's like, "Wait, because the Mako infused eyes is the normal Soldier trait." And this dude has them as well. So... very, very cool that I think that they're doing that. I think that is a great addition to add. I am not upset about this addition at all. I've heard some people really upset that they're just throwing random soldiers in there. I think this is a great way to keep the game at a good pace as far as enemies go. Because if not, you're just going to be slaughtering fucking Shinra troops left and fucking right that are way below your level. And this gives you a chance to have some, not bosses, but mini bosses to take on. You know, kind of like when they send out 5 little guys and then a big baddie with them. That's what I'm kind of thinking with this. If not even like getting to the end of something and then all of a sudden he just shows up to stop you and then you got to fucking fight him and then he's done and then you got to fight another one. Whenever you get to
and narratively, it just makes sense.
It does.
Like,
it's like I said, Shinra's not going to stop the Soldier program. Why would they? They have no reason to want to stop the Soldier program at all. Doesn't happen. Yeah.
No, and then Hojo knows everything Hojo knows because he's got the absolute slime. Him and that fat guy. Him and fat guy are the worst. He's worse than fat guy, but ugh.
Trying to remember who.
I don't remember fat guy's name. I just don't like him.
You talking about the one that wears the green coat or the one that wears the brown clothes? Brown clothes was Palmer, and that's the one that tried to steal a tiny Bronco. The other guy that does the laughing all the time, that Rufus tells him to shut up all the time. I can't ever
no, I'm talking about the guy that you put on ribbons and all kinds of good stuff to go show off.
Oh, you're talking about Don. Yeah, the Don.
Yes.
Yeah. Whoever they got to voice him, perfect. Like, he literally, and I've heard multiple YouTube channels say this, He fits the exact look and sound that I got when I played the first game. 100%.
That's just who you pictured and how.
Yes,
yeah.
100%. Not even second guessing that shit. It's 100%. So
isn't it so cool that all these different people are playing this game, and yet we put the same imagined voice on this written thing that we're seeing? Like, that's just that's very cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let me go ahead and bring the volume down a little bit here so that way we can actually talk and have some of this going too. So something that's interesting about this, and you're not going to know this yet, so you see Cloud on top of the train right there? That is actually the end of Crisis Core.
Oh.
Yep, they do the whole Zack's death, which you've seen, and then it goes into the credits, and then at the end it shows this brand new HD. This is the first time we ever got our look at there could possibly be a Final Fantasy VII Remake. And Crisis Core came out fucking forever ago. And all of a sudden you just see this train just going through and Cloud's on top of it, and it's like, my name is Cloud. And then he pulls the sword off his back and he holds it in front of his face and he goes, and I am Soldier, first class. And then it goes to pull up to the train station, and then he does this whole jump off. And then it literally goes to black screen. It goes to be continued into Final Fantasy VII. And I was like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, everybody lost their fucking mind. And then we heard nothing until 2015. Now, I think Crisis Core came out like 2007 or some shit. I can't remember when fucking Crisis Core came out.
You're still you're getting what you want, and you're still bitter.
Oh, God.
You were hurt for so long.
They got me. Ugh. It's so good.
Man.
It's so good.
What materia does he have on his Buster Blade? Can you tell in that shot?
You won't be able to tell the exact materia, but it's definitely magic materia. Like Cure or Fire or Lightning, all the elemental stuff, that's all green materia. So that's what that's going to be. If I had to take a guess due to the fact of where I'm guessing they're at, which is kind of early in Midgar since we still have Jesse in them, would be Cure, and he starts out with Lightning. Cloud does actually start out with Lightning, so that would be my guess, would be Cure and Lightning.
Okay.
Yep, that would be my guess on that one.
God, that final scene with just the devastation after the plate was dropped.
Right?
It just, that is so impactful and intense.
Holy shit. Literally tomorrow is going to be the 12-year anniversary of fucking Crisis Core. September 3rd, 2007. I was not wrong. 2007. On the fucking dot. Let's go. Anyways. So yes, we got that at the end of fucking goddamn Crisis Core. 2007. And then 2015, it was like, hey, by the way, we're like flirting with the idea of actually doing a fucking Final Fantasy VII remake, by the way. So, and then 2019, we finally got confirmation that it is a real thing. Fuck, it's been a minute. 12 fucking years. Tomorrow. Oh my God. But yes, I agree with you. The devastation is going to be, I mean, it's just going to be a new fucking day. Like, with the fact of the graphics, and you know they're going to fuck that scene up a lot as far as like making it really drive home with how terrifying it is for the citizens and shit. Like, oh my God. It's going to be great.
So, I completely agree with you. It just dawned on me. So they actually parachute into Midgard twice then. Once at the beginning.
So this is
and then once at the end?
So this is a conversation I had with actually somebody in the Dark Star Discord that was talking about it. And if you watch these channels, you know who you are. You know who I'm talking about. They were confused about the parachute scene as well. And they're like, oh, I don't get it. They parachute way later. So I'm glad you pointed out that it would technically be twice. Because yes, the second time and the first time in the actual game, it was with the entire team. So this is not the same parachute in the Midgar scene, obviously, because we have Jesse, we have Biggs, we have Wedge. There's no way they're not going to make them die during the collapse of Midgar. It's physically impossible.
To keep them would be changing the dynamics of the team so significantly.
Yes.
And
that love triangle would not be a triangle anymore.
The love triangle wouldn't be a triangle. And you also have, like... the motivation that comes from the team with watching, that much of Avalanche be killed off in one go is going to be gone.
Yeah,
if
exactly. 100%.
you keep them alive.
That was one of the driving forces for Barrett. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. So the only thing I didn't care for in this trailer was this part here. Because it's like, Barrett! Jesse! Barrett! Tifa! It's like, just name. And I was like, alright, I get it. Like, we know his name. We get it. So, something to kind of talk about with that scene, too, a little bit, for those of you who might be confused by, oh, god damn it, I keep trying to space the play, and that's like fucking YouTube. So, with like these ghost creatures, this is either the train yard, where they fight in the train yard, there's a whole bunch of ghosts in the train yard, or this is that new enemy that Square Enix is adding that we saw Aerith freak out about in the first trailer when she grabbed Cloud's arm and he couldn't see him yet. She's like, help me, and she grabbed his arm and those things came around. They said that they're going to kind of be someone that I saw that kind of like kind of said like what they'll kind of be like is kind of like the Dementors from Harry Potter without sucking the soul out of you. They're just kind of there to just like, it's supposed to be like the ever reminder of death throughout the entire game. So yeah, it's supposed to be pretty weird. I can't remember the exact thing that they were called, but kind of like Watchers almost and shit like that, which is completely new, completely added. This is not in the first game whatsoever. These were not creatures whatsoever. So this is definitely new, something added. Nomura came out and talked about it a little bit, which is the main director on the series.
Interesting.
And who created the first one. So, yep. Definitely something new that they wanted to add, which I thought was kind of interesting. And we got to see Wedge there too. Let's see. Let's get past this.
Very brief. Quite what I had in mind when I asked for your help way back when.
Let's see what else we can kind of talk about here. Oh, this was an interesting scene to me, and the reason why is because it's funny. And I think a lot of people missed it. So I think they're really going to play hardcore on the fact that Cloud has some kind of terrifying aspect of Sephiroth. Like it seems like because Sephiroth's definitely popping up a lot more than he ever did in the first game, because you don't even see the first glimpse of Sephiroth until the flashback at Calm. The only thing you see before that is the sword stab through the president of Shinra. We know for a fact this game ends as soon as you leave Midgar. We will not go to Calm in this game. This literally is all Midgar. So
they're building in a lot of Sephiroth into this.
Exactly.
Do you think that's because they're trying to set up the big bad across the game, and they're worried if they don't build him up in this first, he's going to feel like he was just thrown in?
I think this is going to make way more sense to people who are new to the game to understand the actual power that Sephiroth has, even though he's dead, of manipulation and being able to make that driving force for Cloud to go hunt down Sephiroth. And I think that's really going to drive that home, is what all this is going to do. But the funny part is, if you watch, and I don't know if you noticed this or not, and I know a lot of other people didn't either. If you watch, when Cloud sees Sephiroth, he goes to pull his Buster Sword out, but he doesn't notice where he's at. He's in a doorway, and the Buster Sword immediately hits the ceiling above him. Watch, I kid you not. You see that? Immediately hit the ceiling above him. I was like, that's got to be a fucking funny scene in the game. Like, he just fucking hits the fucking ceiling. It's like, oh shit! It's like, forgot where I was at. Forgot how big my sword is.
I forgot how big my sword is. Location, people.
Yes. So as we can see here, as I said, Biggs was the one with Jesse. So now we get to see Biggs and Jesse up close.
They're cute,
right? Big members of Avalanche.
The graphics are amazing.
They're so
look at the scuff marks on those freaking handles.
I was about to say the same thing. I know, right? I was about to say the same thing. So much attention to detail. It's ridiculous. Even the stitching and the fucking
I was about to point out the stitching.
Yep. So good.
Love it.
And let's see if we can
More than ever.
Yeah, see? You can see Wedge's bandana. And Cloud's just attached to Wedge. And it's gotta be fucking funny to see. I'm sure Cloud's not thrilled about that at all. It's like, I'm fucking here, I guess. Go Avalanche. God damn. This game's gonna be great.
Yeah. I'll see myself in.
So, this is great because we got our first shot of the Turks. Reno looks perfect. I mean, I know you haven't seen him in the movie yet, but he looks fucking perfect. I am so happy with Reno's look. Like, he looks fucking just as I remembered him. The only thing that's different, though, is that when they first meet each other in the church, they did not fight. So that's interesting, that they actually fight in the church. Because remember, Aerith's like, let's just go, and they walked out the back door.
That's
and they were
right,
just on
yeah.
about their Midgard. So that means this scene also never happened, where they ran into Rude outside the church and had to fight Rude as well. And for everybody who calls Aerith, there you go right there. That is the fucking developers telling you her fucking name is Aerith. Anyways.
You want.
Wait a minute. Those eyes.
This is what I think is going to be extremely cool as shit right here. Is this mechanic right here. So he's spinning Cloud around. Aerith's back there doing her shit. That not only knocked Aerith down and damaged her as well. So these physics are going to be on fucking point.
What kind of Ice Capade's bullshit is this move, though?
Right? That's
Here,
that's
let me
rude
tuck
shit,
your
though.
heels up under my armpit so I can spin you around like you're a fanciful lady.
That's rude
What
shit.
the
He's
hell?
all like fist fighting and throwing people and shit. Like in the movie, like he gets locked up, finger locked with somebody in front of him, and then he just grabs them, picks up their entire body, and then does like this back bend to throw them down and shit. Yeah, I don't know. He's got weird fucking moves for sure. I'll be a little upset if I actually let him grab me like that as Cloud. Like if he grabbed Aerith like that, that's one thing. But if he grabs me like that as Cloud, I'll be like, hey, stop that shit.
This is some Cirque du Soleil nonsense. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's extremely strong too. Extremely strong. Aerith looking fucking gorgeous in her dress.
Yes.
I mean, fucking gorgeous. Like, I'm so pumped for this fucking scene. I'm pumped to see Tifa in her fucking dress. That needs to fucking happen in the next trailer. Because Tifa gets on her fucking dress too. Damn it. But yeah, Aerith looks absolutely stunning. I'm super pumped about that. Super pumped.
Corneo's got certain tastes.
Don't be shy, little.
And you can tell that Cloud thinks she's gorgeous, too.
Oh, yeah, he was definitely
You
taken
can
back.
see his mouth fall open.
Yes, for sure, for sure. And then we have Kelsey's favorite character. Yes, the Don. I mean, perfect.
Be on over and give Daddy some sugar.
The voice acting is all perfect.
Right?
Oh my god. If some guy ever said that to me, I'd punch him.
I love Cloud's expression right here. I just fucking love it. It's so great. I'm so happy. And like if I even fucking Aerith even put her head on Cloud's shoulder right there. Oh my god. It's perfect. I'm so happy about the fucking love triangle being back. Oh my gosh.
Right? After
Get right on there.
He looks a little confused about the situation he finds himself in.
It's so good. I'm so happy. And we can even see here too, which is actually kind of cool for those of you who aren't as big into the weapons. That is actually a different set of gloves than what Tifa was wearing in the beginning. So we'll actually be able to see her next weapons too, which is also nice.
Ah.
And then we get to see Sung. So we got to actually see Sung, which is that's going to be an interesting character for you. I'm really interested to see how you feel about Sung, because right now you've seen him slap Aerith directly in the fucking face on the helicopter whenever they first kidnapped her. Yep.
That's right.
He's kind of a dick and constantly spying on her. I'm really interested to see how you feel about him after Crisis Core. He plays a big...
Oh, do we learn more?
Oh, we all the Turks are in Crisis Core. Every last one of them, including a couple that you haven't even met yet.
See, that's helpful to know because each of the Turks is distinct for you, and when you're telling me about them, you're talking about them as very distinct entities, and I, from my perspective, only really know them as like the Turks are here and one of them says a thing, and then the Turks are here and one of them says a thing. Like, to me, they're closer to a Greek chorus than distinct characters, but they are clearly very distinct for you.
When you watch the movie, that'll change.
Okay.
They all have their own personality in the movie for sure. But the main thing to remember is like Elena has a crush on Sung. Sung has a crush on Elena, which we didn't get to see Elena, which was kind of upsetting. I wish we got to see Elena too. But we didn't. I was also hoping we get to see Rufus as well, but we didn't. But Reno and Rude are like fucking BFFs. Like they're always on missions together, and you'll see that whenever they get into the actual thing. Because like Rude always wears his fucking glasses, like that's what he's known for. There's like a scene where like Reno goes to punch somebody and accidentally hits Rude in the face and breaks his glasses. And Rude's like about to fucking punch Reno. Like they have that kind of relationship. So you'll like the Turks. The Turks aren't the worst, but they're not necessarily the best people either. But you know, they get paid to do shit, and they get paid very well. So they do.
And they're good at the shit they do, right?
Sure. Yeah, that's a way to definitely look at it. Okay.
You led us on a merry chase, Aerith.
So this is literally the scene getting ready. I fucking love Barrett. Scene where they're getting ready to go up to the top of the tower where they fight Reno, and then they activate that bomb, and that's what leads to blowing up the plate. I mean, just the mechanics, the gaming, this right here, I can't fucking wait. Like that looks so good. The mini games. There we go. We got Frog Cloud with the tiny little Buster Blade.
Cloud!
Yep, I like the jumping around too. It's so good. Let's see. So this was interesting because if you remember, President Shinra was actually in person when they saw him because Cloud walked up to him. He's like, "You don't remember me, First Class Cloud?" And he's like, "Well, unless you were a Sephiroth, I'm not gonna know you are." What's even more interesting is what he says right here. He calls them allies of Wutai. Remember the Wutai War that took place before Final Fantasy VII?
Yes.
Yep. That's when Cloud went to go join Soldier, and he was part of the Wutai War. He just wasn't in Soldier yet. He was part of the infantry. Yep.
But he's saying this like the Wutai War is still happening.
Right. Exactly. So he thinks that they're part of Wutai, which fucking Barrett's like, Wutai, the hell we are.
We are. You still don't understand your role in this.
Another boss. That's a good boss fight. So we've got Ifrit, who looks fucking amazing. That's the fire summon. I know you haven't seen the summons yet, and that's an episode of the DFU that we will do where I'm going to let you watch all the summons. So there's Ifrit, who looks fucking amazing.
I was wondering if that was a summon or if it was Vincent, so thank you for answering that one.
Yeah, we will not see Vincent in this game whatsoever. That will not happen.
Because there's no way you have him by the time this game is done.
No, we won't see Vincent, we won't see Yuffie, and we won't see Sid, we won't see Kate Sith. But we should, if it ends where they said it did, we should see Red 13. I'm really upset we didn't get him in this trailer. I really wish we would have got some Nanaki in this trailer. Because
that would have been nice.
That would have been awesome. So then we got Reno. This was such a badass scene. I love this scene. Reno jumping out and landing on the Buster Blade like that. And Reno is really cocky like that too. So
I was going to say, cockiness is clearly part of his personality.
So then we got Shiva, who's looks gorgeous as well. Looks fucking amazing. She's one of my favorite summons. I use her so much in the early game until I get Bahamut. But yeah, she's a fucking beast. I love Shiva. Separate
from her, like the art being gorgeous, because like she looks really cool. She's also just freaking gorgeous. Like they made her a very attractive woman. Like holy crap.
Absolutely, yeah. Shiva's a fucking beast.
Those are some legs.
Yeah, and it actually looks cool because it looks like not only do they come out and do like a big attack right here like that, but it also looks like if we go back to when Ifrit was out, like right here. I don't think it was during the Reno fight, but it might have been. No, because that goes straight into that. She fights that. Bring it back a tad bit. Right there, Ifrit's fighting alongside you. That's something else to point out, which is weird. Look at that. Fighting alongside you versus just coming out and doing a move and disappearing. So that's kind of weird. I don't really understand how that's going to work. And you also see that it's just Cloud on the bottom right. The party screen is gone, which that's actually something in the further Final Fantasy games where you have to sacrifice 2 of your party members. And what I mean by sacrifice is just like they're not out on the field with you anymore until after the summon's gone. So only the summoner's on the field with the summon. So I wonder, because in Final Fantasy VII, it's the other way around. Whenever you go to do a summon, it zooms in on the person doing the summon, and then they disappear. The summon comes out, the whole cinematic happens, they do their one attack, they leave, and then that person appears back in the battle.
Interesting.
Which I thought was really interesting for me, too, because of the way that you I thought Aerith turned into that. That was weird. Because you've never played or seen the fucking summons, so I could see how you could possibly think that if you would have seen that. So it was weird that you pulled that up, and I was like, okay, fair enough. It's an amazing fight scene. Can't wait to fucking see that fight happen. Fucking Shiva being a beast. So which you also do not get her until you save the little girl who almost drowned from that sea monster with the dolphin.
Oh yeah,
she's the one that gives you Shiva.
So you get her right before the end of this game.
Pretty much. Well, no.
This part of the game, disc 1 or whatever.
Well, you'll get her you're getting her way earlier than you do in the actual game. Way earlier. Like extremely earlier. There are loud noises going on that's picking up on recording. I'm sorry, guys, but it is fucking storming its ass off right now. So just so you know. Anyways.
Yeah. It's about to start doing that here too.
So yeah. So then we got that's you're getting her way early because like you go to Calm, and then you go you don't meet the little girl till you go to Junon for the first time.
Yeah, that's way later.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's when she gives you Shiva, because the first summon materia that you get Ifrit early too. The first summon materia you get was a Chocomog that you got from talking to the Chocobos and them doing the little dance.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the first one you get. You get that after Calm. So
how do you feel about possibly getting these summons so much earlier?
At one point, it doesn't really matter to me because like I'm not a big person that relies on the summons to begin with, but we're also if you pre-order specific ones, you get never before seen summons to begin with. So I've already come to terms with the fact that the summoning is going to be different, and I've just chose to accept that.
Okay.
Like for instance, I know if you get the original version, you get a little baby Chocobo as a summon. If you get the deluxe version, you get a baby Chocobo and the Cactar as a summon, the little cactus guys. And if you do the Soldier First Class, which is no longer available, sorry people who didn't get that, but I did. You get those two, and then a Mog as well as a summon. So those are three of the summons that are going to be included into the game that were never in the game to begin with. I love this scene so much. This scene's so good.
There was the perfect level of both fear and hope and just her voice was perfect.
Absolutely. And then we have the devastation of Sector 7. It's pretty fucking crazy. Like, I can't wait to fucking see what that's going to look like in full-on graphics as it's going on. Like, that's going to be nuts. One thing
it's making my stomach sink, and I haven't even played this game.
One of the things that is different here, though, is that they're still on that platform. Because in the old game, Barrett grabbed that chain with the hook on it. They jumped on Barrett's shoulders, and then he swung them out, and they landed in that park. And that's when they turned around. The wall was completely filled up with debris, and they couldn't get back into Sector 7. And he was shooting the wall, screaming, Marlene, Biggs, Jesse, Wedge. Yep. So on this, it looks like they never even left Sector 7, and it just fell down basically around them, which I think would actually probably be a little bit better, in my opinion. Because they get to see it'd be even cooler if you're seeing the chaos happening while you're still fighting. That would be pretty fucking sick, too. And then it just cuts to the cutscene. That would be
so hard. Oh.
Yep.
Gosh.
It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. And then obviously, the final part, the most heartbreaking part, March 3rd, 2020.
Is that date is not today.
Exactly. March 3rd, 2020. So, overall, Kelsey, on a level from 0 to 10, how hyped are you just based off the trailer?
Only the trailer? Well, we've done a lot of prep work for the trailer.
We did, but just off, basically not having any other information besides the last trailer. Seeing all this and now having the knowledge that you have and understanding the game better. How pumped are you for the game without seeing this trailer and seeing some of this shit actually play out in the graphics?
Really damn excited. At the end of this, where it's like, hey, if you pre-order it, you get a Chocobo summon. I was like, I think I'm pre-ordering this today.
Oh yeah, that's right. It does do that. Today. Yeah. So yeah, and like it even looks different. Look, see Chocobo shape. Yeah. Look how cute that little Chocobo is. Look at it.
It's freaking adorable, and I may be pre-ordering that today. In fact.
And see, and there's the Cactar right up there for the deluxe
edition.
Yep,
I saw that too.
Yep, and then they don't even show the Soldier First Class edition anymore because they're completely sold out. There are people who are turning back around.
You're so excited.
I'm so pumped. There are people who are turning around right now and selling their Soldier First Class for like $5,000 on eBay and shit right now.
You know what? Good for them. I don't think you're going to do that. I think you'd rather have your...
no. I'm fucking opening everything that comes inside of that. Absolutely. 100%. It's not even fucking close. Not even fucking close. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I am super fucking pumped. So that's the trailer. Hope you guys are super fucking pumped, super excited for it. I know I am. I know Kelsey is. I felt we did a pretty good job breaking down the trailer. Talked about some certain things that were there, certain things that were said that you might not have picked up on, like the whole Wu-Tai thing. I thought that was interesting because that was their first time ever tying Avalanche to Wu-Tai. The new soldier guy, like I said, that's my theory. That is not 100% any kind of information I have. That is a thought I came up with all on my own. So I could be 100% wrong. Who knows what they're actually going to do? But in my opinion, my theory makes pretty fucking good sense. So, because
in my opinion, I'm a genius. Yes, Chris.
I don't mean to say it that way, but I mean, come on, it's a pretty fucking rock solid theory. That's all I'm saying. It's pretty fucking rock solid. I don't mean to toot my own
passes my
horn,
logic
but,
test, which a lot of your theories don't. So that's good.
There we go. See, exactly. Boom. If it passed,
you don't mind my logic when it's on your side.
Yeah. There we go. But so I'm super pumped to kind of see what's going to happen. Like I said, some things are getting changed. I hope the cross-dress scene is still in there. That's my only thing that I've walked away worried from with this trailer. Everything else I was okay with. I had zero issues with. Besides, like I said, the repetitiveness of the names in the beginning of the trailer. That was weird. That was a weird choice, but hey, whatever. I still enjoyed it. It's a great trailer. I mean, I can't think of anything else besides I'm pumped. If I had a time machine, I'd fucking use it. That's for sure, because I'm fucking ready. I think I actually said this at work the other day too. I was walking, I was like, the worst thing that could possibly happen to me is to me to like die or go blind before the fucking Final Fantasy game comes out. That would just be the fucking worst. It wouldn't even be that I'm dead. It would just be the fact that I died before Final Fantasy VII's game came out. Like, that would be the worst.
I'm gonna knock on some wood here. Just don't walk out into traffic without looking thoroughly.
At which my coworker then said, "Don't worry. If you die before the game comes out, I will buy me a PlayStation 4. I will pre-order the game, and I will come play it on your tombstone, so that way you can enjoy the game with me." He goes, "But I will only do everything wrong just to piss you off from behind the grave."
If there was anything that could rise you from the grave, that would be it.
I was like, you know what? I was like, I hope that I would be able to just manifest a fucking Buster Blade from the heavens and just fucking smite you with it right there on my fucking tombstone, you dick. That would be great.
Choose an Aerith, and you're dead to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, even the Dead Funny group. We kind of been talking about it in the Dark Star a little bit, Dark Star group a little bit too, and Brittany's super pumped to get the game herself and fucking play it. She's all about Aerith. Like, she looked amazing. Her fighting style is definitely the kind of fighting style that I like in characters, where she sits back and does range attacks and casts spells and does the summons. Because that's actually the funny part is like, Aerith is definitely a character that can be built like a summoner, for sure. Even in the first game, she can be like your main summoner character, even though everybody can do the summons. But it's kind of interesting because it's like, in the later Final Fantasies, they actually kind of moved towards that, to where one character was your summoner.
Mm-hmm.
Like Final Fantasy IX, Dagger is your summoner. Final Fantasy X, Yuna is your summoner. Like, there's actually specific characters that do the summons. So this is, I think, the last game it was like that. Because I don't know how, I can't remember how 8 worked. I want to say 8 had a summoner too. I want to say that one chick, Renona, I want to say is the summoner, but I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. Don't at me. I have not played the remaster yet, in case you guys are wondering. It's not happened yet. I need to get it. $20 for a remaster is not bad at all. I thought that game's could come out at $40. They remastered it and it's only $20. Like, that's not bad. Like how a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, I hope they have voice acting." It's like, bro, it's a remaster, not a remake. Let's be real. Like, they're not gonna put that much money into getting voice actors and not remake it. Like, that would be dumb. That would be dumb. So, but they have put a poll out there, and it wasn't like an official one or anything, but they did say, like, what kind of games would you like to see remastered next? And I think 6, 8, and 9 were top of the fucking list. I would love to see 9 remake, or I would love to see a 9 remake with them not looking like toys. Because all the characters kind of look toyish, like Vivi, he's really short and stubby. All the characters are like that because they were trying to appeal to kids to play Final Fantasy. So all the characters look a little bit more toyish. And I would like to see more like grown looking versions of them. I think Vivi would look badass. I want to see Vivi so bad in a remake. That'd be so great. Fucking gotta love Vives. You gotta love the Vives. He's the shit. Him and his chocobo obsession. He's the shit. That's like your spirit character in Final Fantasy IX. It's just all about the chocobos. The moment he hears like a what, like a chocobo go off, he immediately goes running. He's like, "Chocobo, where's the chocobo?" I mean, to be fair, he's like 8 years old, but you know, little Vivi.
That's cute.
Good old Vives. But Final Fantasy VII, that's our thoughts. Jump in that comment section. Let us know what you thought about the trailer. If you felt there was something I didn't point out and you want a more in-depth on a certain amount of topics, I would definitely do a video about it. It's not like I wouldn't. I definitely thought about doing a trailer analysis on my own, and then it turned out that this was right next to us getting ready to record the review show, and I was like, you know what? I think Kelsey would be able to put some valid input in on this one, so let's jump on here and do it as a review show and knock out a trailer analysis all in one. I know, right?
That's a lot of trust you put in me.
Right? Exactly.
I feel honored.
I think this is a good show. I think this turned out really, really well. I think we talked about a lot of different topics. If you guys have any questions, you know I'm always here to answer them, especially when it comes to Final Fantasy VII. It's my main love in life. I love it. It's amazing. It's the best thing in the world. So I'm here to answer any questions. Throw them down there in the comment section below. I would love to talk about some theories and some thoughts with you guys. That'd be freaking fantastic. But make sure you like and subscribe. Also, make sure that you turn on notifications. That way you get notified every time we upload another video. And don't forget, share us around. Right now, a lot of people are confused. What the fuck is Final Fantasy VII? Guess who's the best person to teach them? Me right here. You're pointing the wrong way, Kelsey. Me right here. There you go. We have a whole
I know where I am on the screen.
show dedicated to teaching you about Final Fantasy VII. It's called the GFU. Show it to them. Episode 1. Don't let them start it in the end. Episode 1. And then they come watch this. And they go watch my live reaction to the first trailer and watch my breakdown analysis of that too. Boom. They'll have all the information. They will be ready to tackle this game on March 3rd when it comes out. Or, if they just want to be left in the dark, share us anyway, because we're fucking awesome. There you go. Boom. But, seriously, that's the best way to help us out, is to share us around. We're a new channel, so being able to get shared around by all you guys is fantastic. If you really want to support us, that is the best way to do it, besides subscribing and liking. We appreciate all the support you guys give us now, and anything that you're willing to do to help out the channel, we really, really appreciate it. But at the end of all this, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.